Hello, Assalamu alaikum, sir. I'm Mehdi Hassan, and we are presenting the current risk Bangladesh is facing and the solutions. So these are our group members, and here we start the presentation. So currently Bangladesh are facing several risks. The first and almost one of the biggest risks is excessive international loans. We know Bangladesh is even still Bangladesh is trying to take a loan from IMF, which is worth of 450 million, which is a lot. And Bangladesh, we know already Bangladesh is facing a huge amount of loan, and the government is trying hard to repay the loans. As we know from the news, the loan amount has been doubled in only last 7 years, and the per head value of the loan is 558 US dollars. So this is the first risk that Bangladesh is facing currently. And the second risk of Bangladesh is foreign reserve crisis. We know foreign reserve of a country is really important. This decides if your country is getting bankrupt or not. Currently, Pakistan has only $3 billion in their reserve, and they are almost getting bankrupt, and they are facing a huge trouble there. Bangladesh, on the other hand, is a little bit good at their only at 23 billion dollars, but still Bangladesh were at 48 billion dollars only 1 year ago. So I think this foreign reserve issue is also a huge crisis. As we know, Sri Lanka has gone bankrupt only because they had very low amount of foreign reserve in their account. And this is also a reason why Bangladesh is taking a loan from IMF. They want to get their reserve higher, because this reserve actually makes them purchase things from outside, and this actually it is a lifeline for a country.
Hello everyone, this is Nusra Jahan Lima, role 121. As my teammate already talked about two major risks that are currently facing Bangladesh, now I will highlight some more points. The first one is centralization and heavy traffic. Bangladesh is facing numerous problems regarding centralization and heavy traffic. The country's major cities, especially Dhaka, suffer from severe traffic congestion, resulting in lost working hours and productivity. The government has initiated mega projects like the metro rail system to combat this problem, but they are yet to be fully operational. However, the centralization issue remains a significant challenge for the country as the population continues to grow rapidly. The situation is further compounded by a lack of adequate public transportation infrastructure, as well as the significant increase in the number of private vehicles on the roads. The situation is also creating environmental problems such as increased pollution levels, such as which is having negative health effects on the population. Despite the government's efforts to address these issues, the problems related to centralization and heavy traffic persist, posing significant challenges to the country's economic growth and development. Another risk that Bangladesh is facing probable political instability. The upcoming central election in Bangladesh in 2023 has raised concerns about problems with the country's politics. The ruling party, Awami League, has been accused of stopping other parties from speaking out and limiting freedom of speech. This has led to protests and violent fighting between the government and the opposition, making the situation tense and unsure. Additionally, people have said that the government is doing dishonest things and not treating people well. The opposition parties think that the government is using state resources to control the election result. However, the situation in Bangladesh is not good, and people worry that the Bangladesh election could make things worse. And yeah, that's all from my side. Now the rest of the part will be discussed by Rabbi Mia.
Assalamu alaikum, this is Rabbi Mia. My ID is 115. As my previous member has discussed some risk Bangladesh facing, now I am going to discuss inflation and price hike. Inflation is the cruelest tax for marginalized people. Analysis shows that marginalized people in Bangladesh face much higher rates of inflation than official inflation rates. We can see that inflation rate is 8.5% to 9.5%, but real inflation is more than 10%. The large part of marginalized people income spent on food items, even if we think official inflation rate is to be correct, but it is very high. Another concern that inflationary conditions seems unlikely to improve soon. The necessary commodities of price are increasing day by day. The marginalized people cutting back on their spending and opting for less expensive foods and less nutritious food because proteins items is very much high. The impact of changing diet and lifestyle can be passed through generation to generation with potential for reduced productivity of future generation, and in the long run the risk of undernourished generation is increasing. So the probable solution of economic crisis of our country is that first of one, we should government must stop taking unplanned loan. Before taking any amount of loan, specialized economics should see it and decide whether the loan is feasible for the country or not. We must not fall into debt trap. Thank you. That's all about from me.
Assalamualaikum. This is Sadia Afrinaki, ID 215. Now I am going to talk about another probable solution. The next solution is most experts should be sent to other countries. In Bangladesh, remittance is one of the most important economic variables in recent times as it has an impact on economic growth, helps in balancing balance of payments, increasing foreign exchange reserves, enhancing national savings, and increasing velocity of money. For about 2 decades, remittance has contributing around 35% of exports earnings. Moreover, it is greater than foreign aid, thus helps in lessening dependence on foreign aid. Remittance get momentum in recent times in Bangladesh, and the second highest sector of foreign currency earnings after garments. Remittance affects almost all the microeconomic indicators of a country positively. Though there are also negative sides of remittance earnings, example brain drain, its overall contribution to Bangladesh economic is very much effective. Moving to the next slide. The next solution is decentralization. Decentralization is a must. Important arguments in favor of decentralization government are that it creates an effective, reliable administration, intensify and improves local development, better ensure the right of the local population to have a voice in government, and better protects minorities. Business should be sent outside main Dhaka city. It will be a sustainable plan for Dhaka as well as whole of Bangladesh. People will be more productive then. Thank you. That's all from my part.
And solution number 4 should be political parties should come to a stable state. So honestly speaking, current global political state is not good at all. When Russia and Ukraine are in war, and so Europe and America is also involved in this war, and Bangladesh, India and China cannot get away from this war because they have to take Russia or Ukraine. Any one part is must be taken by them. So political things can shift Bangladesh risk so high, and even in internal Bangladesh the problem is actually not so good because our election is coming at 2023, so political situation can go so wrong. So our political parties should come to a common platform, and they should be talking and selecting a good way of election. And solution number 5 would be government should monitor markets more and more. In Bangladesh, syndicates are all around. There is syndicate of sugar, there is syndicate of chicken, and we saw oil price hike like a lot. The edible oil, also the fuel, and even we are seeing gradual price hike in like stationaries. So everything is getting higher in price. So government should come close, and they should cut down all the prices. And we know there are many organizations of government who actually can monitor the market really well. We have seen this proof many and many times. And now in this 2023 in digital age, there should not be so much corruption if regulated neatly. So sir, that was all from us, and hope you like it, and thank you so much. Assalamu alaikum.